Emma Watson didn't just grow up in front of the world.
She grew up under a microscope. Imagine being 11 years old, and suddenly the entire planet knows your face. Not just your classmates, not just your town, the world.
Most child stars either spiral out or shrink back.
Emma Watson did neither.
Instead, she did something almost nobody expected. She turned global fame into a platform for global change.
And by the end of this video, you'll understand the exact shift that transformed her from Hermione Granger into one of the most recognizable feminist voices on the planet.
Because her evolution wasn't accidental.
It was built decision by decision.
Let's rewind for a second.
For 10 years, Emma Watson wasn't just acting, she was embodying Hermione Granger, the smartest person in the room, the girl who read ahead, the one who challenged authority when it didn't make sense.
Hermione wasn't powerful because she was flashy.
She was powerful because she was informed.
And when you spend your entire adolescence playing a character who stands up for fairness and intelligence, that identity starts to bleed into real life.
But here's where it gets interesting.
When the Harry Potter franchise ended, Emma stood at a crossroads.
Most actors who play iconic roles get trapped by them. You either cling to the character forever or you run from it desperately.
Emma did something smarter.
She expanded beyond it.
Instead of diving headfirst into non-stop blockbuster fame, she enrolled at Brown University.
That decision was bigger than it looked.
In an industry obsessed with visibility, she chose education over exposure.
And that signaled something important. She cared more about substance than spotlight.
That move helped her dodge what I call the child star collapse cycle. You know the pattern: early fame, pressure, identity confusion, public breakdown.
Emma rewired the script.
By stepping into a normal academic environment, she grounded herself in reality. She wasn't just a celebrity in an echo chamber of yes men. She was a student writing essays, attending lectures, being challenged intellectually.
And that matters.
Because leaders aren't built in applause chambers.
They're built in spaces where their ideas are tested.
Now, while she was growing academically, something else was happening behind the scenes. She was becoming increasingly aware of how the entertainment industry treated women. Think about it. Emma Watson didn't just grow up famous. She grew up hyper-analyzed.
Every red carpet photo,
Every dress choice,
every rumor,
every body change. There's a moment many women experience where admiration starts feeling like surveillance. And for Emma, that moment came publicly. As she transitioned from child star to adult woman, the media narrative shifted. The same outlets that once praised her talent began focusing on her appearance. This is where her feminist consciousness sharpened. Because she wasn't reading about inequality in textbooks.
she was living it.
And here's the thing about lived experience. It hits harder than theory. Feminism didn't arrive as a trendy label for Emma.
It arrived as a realization.
A realization that confidence in men is called leadership, but confidence in women is often labeled arrogance. A realization that ambition in men is celebrated, but ambition in women is questioned. Once you see that pattern, it's hard to ignore it.
But here's where Emma made her most strategic move.
In 2014, she delivered a speech at the United Nations launching the HeForShe campaign. That speech changed everything because she didn't approach feminism as a battle against men.
She reframed it as a shared responsibility.
That was powerful. Instead of isolating half the population, she invited them in. She said, essentially, gender equality benefits everyone. And that framing was genius. Movements grow when they expand their audience, not when they shrink it.
Her line, "If not me, who? If not now, when?" became more than a quote. It became a call to action.
Suddenly, she wasn't just an actress talking about issues. She was a representative of a global campaign.
But here's the uncomfortable truth.
The louder your message becomes, the stronger the backlash.
After that speech, Emma faced intense online criticism and harassment. Some said she wasn't radical enough. Others said she was too radical. Some dismissed her as privileged. Others tried to undermine her credibility entirely. This is the moment that separates surface-level activism from real leadership. It's easy to speak when applause follows.
It's harder to continue when resistance shows up.
Emma continued. And that consistency is what transformed perception. Because activism isn't proven in a single speech. It's proven over time. She didn't just attach her name to a campaign and disappear. She stayed involved with UN Women. She supported initiatives focused on girls' education. She promoted ethical fashion and sustainability, aligning her lifestyle with her values.
That alignment matters.
When your actions mirror your words, trust builds.
And trust is the currency of leadership. Another reason Emma's influence worked is that she avoided extremes. Public discourse loves to flatten women into caricatures. You're either the sweet, harmless star or the angry, threatening activist.
Emma refused both categories. She remained composed, articulate, and calm while still being firm.
That balance disrupted stereotypes.
It showed that feminism doesn't have a single tone or personality. It can be intellectual, it can be diplomatic, it can be strategic. And strategy is exactly what Emma displayed.
She leveraged her fame intentionally.
Millions of people already listened to her because of Harry Potter. Instead of using that attention to chase more glamour, she redirected it toward gender equality conversations.
That's influence conversion.
She converted fan attention into civic awareness. And she did it without abandoning her career entirely. She continued acting in films like The Perks of Being a Wallflower and Little Women, roles that often centered complex female narratives.
Notice the pattern. Her career choices began aligning with her advocacy. That's brand evolution.
Emma Watson didn't reject Hermione. She evolved beyond her.
Hermione was the girl who fought for fairness in a fictional world.
Emma became the woman fighting for fairness in the real one.
And perhaps the most powerful aspect of her journey is this.
She made feminism accessible. She didn't present it as academic theory. She presented it as common sense fairness.
Equal pay, equal opportunity, freedom from violence, freedom from restrictive gender roles for men and women.
By framing equality as a shared human goal, she widened the doorway. That inclusivity made her message travel further. So how did Emma Watson become a powerful feminist leader beyond Harry Potter? She chose education over ego, substance over spotlight, consistency over trendiness, inclusion over division. And most importantly, she understood that fame alone isn't power. Direction is power.
Fame without direction fades. Fame with purpose transforms. Emma Watson didn't become a leader because she was perfect.
She became one because she was intentional. And that's the real lesson here.
You don't need a wizard wand to change the world.
You need clarity about what you stand for and the courage to stand there repeatedly.
If this breakdown gave you a new perspective, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into how public figures turn influence into impact. And if you're curious how other celebrities quietly reshape global conversations, check out the next video, because Emma Watson's story is just one example of how fame can evolve into something far more powerful.